Hello, and welcome to the Collapse Experiment, where it is currently 20 something degrees and I am feeding my chickens. Just watched Max Cooper, aka Gribbly, on his new video. That left me a little confused. So, there are a few things I'd like to address with what Max was saying. I understand his frustration with algorithms, totally get that. When you have one food video that gets over 1,000 views and another one a few days later that gets 18 in the same amount of time, seems like something's off. Now, do I like the algorithms that YouTube uses? Absolutely not. I've seen people try to do experiments where they're like, well, if I just click on puppy videos, what do I get? Oh, I just get puppy videos. That's not really how YouTube works. The algorithms are way more complicated than that. For example, the woman who made 3 videos on her van life, only 3 videos, and within a month she had over 1 million subscribers. So something's off. Yes, I do agree with that. Is Elon Musk the problem? Absolutely not. Um, I've looked into this Musk issue quite a bit. And there's a reason why the establishment hates him. And it's not because he's allowing hate speech on Twitter, it's because he's allowing free speech. There is no such thing as hate speech. Hate speech is bullshit, and there is a line to cross, in which case speech is illegal. You can't threaten, you can't dox. There's a lot of things you cannot do on the internet, even though you could argue, well, what about free speech? Not when you put people at risk. But your feelings are not protected. Nobody is guaranteed that you're not going to cry and that you're not going to get upset because of something somebody else said. It's called growing a pair, and a lot of people should try that. So, one thing that happened on Twitter after Elon Musk took over is I got my account back. And I've had several accounts on Twitters over the years. They usually are short lived because let's see here. Straight white male, check. Says things against the establishment, check. Is not. I'm as polite to other people as they are to me. So when they dish it out and they don't get canceled or kicked off of Twitter, I treat them the same way. Oh, wait. Look at those other boxes I just checked. Who gets kicked off of Twitter? Back then, yes, Twitter was not a free place to roam around. It's acknowledged that it is a cesspool. Yeah, I agree with that. But everybody's in the same pool of shit now. There isn't the people who are sitting on the side of the pool screaming at other people what the rules of the pool are while not engaging in it. And also being buddy buddies with the lifeguard, aka the White House / federal government, and the FBI, and the CIA, and any other alphabet agency. Oh, Department of Homeland Security. Yes, they were dictating what could be said and done on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. Google is now suppressing speech over in China. You want to get pissed off at somebody about lack of free speech? Go tell Google to fuck off. Because now people cannot post videos in China while they're in the middle of an uprising because their people are being fucking slaughtered and murdered by their own government. And we're complaining about Twitter. Now, if we want to continue with governments who don't give a shit about their people, yeah. So, the Saudi prince, who is a shareholder in Twitter, why is he a shareholder? Because back when Obama was president, there was something called the Arab Spring that happened. This was a result of the economic turndown, people being a bag of dicks in different countries, and people getting sick and tired of their fucking governments. One of those governments was the the Saudi royal family. They had an uprising too. Didn't reach the news here because for some reason, even though 17 of the 19 hijackers were all Saudis and they're one of the biggest sponsors of terrorism worldwide, they're currently engaging in genocide in countries like Yemen, in which case we supply them with arms and weapons. Trump was guilty of this. Everybody's been fucking guilty of this. And this has continued on and on. So what happens when you have an uprising in your country and everybody is organizing on a site called Twitter? You fucking buy a large portion of the company. The only reason he's the second highest shareholder now is because Elon Musk bought out everybody else that was underneath him or above him, depending on how you're looking at the scale. So yeah, this guy's number 2. Is Elon listening to this guy? And that's why the Saudi prince is pissed. Saudi prince does not like the fact that Twitter is no longer moderated like it once was, which is asking the Saudi prince's permission as to what can and can't be said on Twitter. That was the policy beforehand. We also just learned last night, because Elon is digging through all the code, all the paperwork, everything involved in Twitter, that Twitter, yes, they did influence elections. So this is it was not a free speech platform. This was 1984 combined with a brave new world is what Twitter was and what they were trying to be. Why a lawyer? And this is a side note, why a lawyer needs $34 million a year to cover Twitter's ass kind of makes you wonder. So, as members of the YTPC, something I haven't really been engaging with as of lately, there's one thing that we should acknowledge. It's the fact that minority groups, aka pipe smokers, also known as, straight white men for the most part, we should be really cautious of anybody and any platform that says we're not allowed to talk to other people or engage with other people because of our hobbies. The healthier hobbies, there's really no healthy hobby, okay? Anything in moderation is okay. Anything, for the most part, except for cyanide. There's really no there's really no moderation with cyanide. If you like dabbling in poisons. But yeah, should the YTPC, should they be suspended from free speech because of what we engage in? Absolutely not. I think all of us can agree to that. Why are we why is it we can't have a monetized channel? Why is it that we've got to go through all these hoops in order to post a pipe smoking video, tobacco review, whatever the case may be? Meanwhile, there's all kinds of deviant sexual activity happening on YouTube, but we're the problem for some reason. So Musk taking over Twitter. I don't care what the cost was. I think promoting free speech is the ultimate reward. I think he's fixing that. Yes, I do think that Donald Trump should get his account back. I think Alex Jones should get his account back. I think what we should really be striving for is personal accountability on individuals, which there doesn't seem to be any anymore. It's why'd you shoot up the school? Well, I was bullied. Well, he was bullied. And that's what the media is going to go with. Oh, and the gun did it. He was bullied and the gun did it. It's not you're a piece of shit. You should know better. What the fuck happened here? Oh no. A lot of this Daryl Brooks douchebag that mowed down a bunch of people at a parade, who made anti-white comments and definitely had some rage issues. Oh, and previously ran over his baby mama with the same exact car, but was released because we have a bunch of fucking idiot uh, prosecuting attorneys. Yeah, that's the type of society they are working towards here, and it's not a good one. So it's everybody's fault except for the people themselves. There's no personal accountability for anything. And I think that's maybe what Elon Musk is trying to get back to. Uh, you know, this whole moderating, making a safe space for everyone. Meanwhile, you are, and I've dealt with this in a workplace where I was offensive because I existed. And it's not a cool policy at all. It's totally racist. It's a lot of things. It's discriminatory. So and that's what these social media platforms are trying to do, and it's being organized by our own government. So yeah, Elon, a person, an individual buying a platform and then saying this is the town square. You can say what you want as long as it's not illegal, which should be the fucking policy to begin with. And people are not liking that because the others that they did not want to hear from, the ones that they wanted to be silenced so that they could become the majority of influence on society on the internet, now they're pissed. Good. I'm glad they're pissed. They should be pissed. Because if they're not pissed, Elon's not doing something right. That's about it. I've got another 14-hour workday. My sinuses and throat, you can probably hear it. It's been like that the last 2 days. With this new weather, I've got to go, but wanted to say my bit because I felt like there was a lot of things that were left out, and I have a feeling Max did not have the full story. Um, and that's no offense to Max. I know that he tries to stay off of the news, and but at the same time, it seems like he's paying attention. I just don't really know what his news sources are, because that was kind of a weird surprise video for me. But anyways, that's about it for me. I gotta get ready for work in this beautiful weather, and keep on typing.